Alright guys, what I have today is Vivint Sky security system, and I was going to do a pretty quick overview and a review about the entire system and kind of show you around. Nothing too specific or technical. So basically what we have here is the control panel. Now, as you just seen, that it flashes by your 5-day forecast and the time and the date. So this is all set up in the beginning. When the technician comes out, he will input, I believe it's your zip code and whatnot. So it goes off your local weather, off the weather channel here. And you can see here that the system is ready to arm and that you get a green light here. I'll give you an example if the system is not ready to arm, and also it will tell you whatever is open.
Front door.
So as you saw that the this become red or orange, I believe it was, and said that the system is not ready to arm, and you had to, your green light went off. And so basically also if you need any kind of help and you don't have a phone nearby or whatever, you can just hit this plus symbol, and this brings you up to a panic, fire, and emergency situation. And it tells you there you can press whatever you need for 2 seconds, and they'll call that for you. And believe me, I've accidentally set my alarm off, and it is super fast. Like you've heard of the smash and grab type things with these systems that have the cell phone type deals built in. I would find it very difficult for them to smash and grab this thing, because I've accidentally set it off, and then my phone blew up immediately with a text message, with an email, and then I got a call right away asking if everything was all right. And the cool thing about Vivint is that they handle everything internal. It's not a third-party monitoring service from Canada like some other places, or ADT. And but the screen is very good pixel density, like good quality screen for like a tablet. You know, I'm comparing it to a tablet, and it looks fantastic. So we can click security here, and you got arm stay, arm away. So I can say arm stay.
Arming stay.
So it's giving me 60 seconds for a delay. And then I'm going to enter my pin to disarm, so don't look. Voila!
Arm.
Now it's disarmed. So anyway, go security's there, and then you have your emergency menu, which is the same as this. Hit that, same exact screen. You can go back and you go to settings, enter my pin code, so no looky. And we've got chime and voice. System test, you can bypass some sensors, you can view all your systems, and you can see your system status. So let's just see what the system status is. Well, it's ready to run, just like it says at the bottom. We're not going to go to those because those are my personal things, and you probably don't need to know. And we go to devices, because I know what's there is my thermostats. Now I have 2 thermostats with this, and I can go into that and see my upstairs and downstairs, which you can set those to whatever you want. Let's go to upstairs, and you can actually put a schedule in and change that, and you can do that from the app also. So I just have this on a permanent hold because I'm in and out at all times. I'm not regular by any means to use that, but you can. It's an option for both. And like I said, I can control that from my app as well, and I'll go over the app here in just a little while. I'll go back. Cameras, I do not have cameras with this system. I have them on a separate system, which is come out better for me, and I'll tell you why that is because the system that I have now, this is $58.99 a month. The previous system that I had was a Honeywell from ADT, and I'll show you that in case you do have that. See here, so you can fit that in. I don't know if you can see if yours looks like that or not from ADT. It's 4 or 5 years old, and ADT kept raising the price. It seemed like every year, like raising the rate $5 a month, which was ridiculous to me for what I was getting. I mean, because they were coming out with new technology, and I still had the classic unit, which I was fine with because it did its job. But then it started creeping up to the $55 mark per month, and then I thought, hey, this is getting a little bit ridiculous and a little crazy. So I started looking into Vivint, and I looked into that because I had a coworker who had gotten the unit and really loved the fact that it was no money down. You didn't have to buy anything. The catch was it was kind of a lengthy contract. Now you can go from 60 months to 40 something months, 42 months I think, or something like that, 42 and 60 month plan, and they kind of do a credit check on you for that, because what they're doing is they're trusting in good faith that you're going to make these payments for 4 years or ever how long your contract's going to be for, because they're giving you the equipment and they're getting the money back over a period of time. So they will do the 60-month plan unless you tell them, hey, is there a lesser, like 42-month thing? And if you bring that up, they're not going to lose your business, and they'll do that if you have good credit. And also, salespeople, Vivint, they go door to door. So if you live in a non-soliciting area, you probably have not seen Vivint walking around your neighborhood or the vehicles, because they kind of solicit and go door to door mainly. And it's kind of a rarity, sort of almost, that word of mouth is getting passed along with it. But if it does, you get a free month for referring someone to your sales guy, or if they can just bring your name up and they're supposed to credit you a month, which is nice. But they are soliciting, and they can be pushy. Some of the salespeople can. If you look online and you're really reviewing this company, you'll see a lot of that on there, that the sales guys are making promises they can't keep. They're being pushy, and I read all that and I was like, oh no, I don't know if I want to go with this company or not, because I may wake up one day with all my money gone out of my bank account. Because like right then and there, they will run your credit, get your account number off your check, and then boom. And then they go in groups, like in Vivint herds, from one major city in your state, and then they cover like the whole state. So they travel, and then they'll put your system in like at midnight. And that's what they did with me. They hooked mine up at like, I think they were here till 2 in the morning or something like that. Which, I mean, there were some younger guys. One in particular stayed the longest. It was one kind of guy installing everything, and the another guy came by after he finished his job in the area and helped him for a little bit, and then left. But they were all staying in a hotel, and they were from a big city in my state. And then he just told me they basically travel, and if they have to stay in a hotel and not go home, then they'll do that. But I mean, they work lean and mean, which is pretty cool, because I think they transfer the savings over to you, which is nice. And if they keep up with this good quality system, I think they'll end up being number one before you know it, because the company seems to be ran pretty good. Because along with doing my research, I jumped on social networking sites like Instagram and Twitter, and just started searching Vivint, and I found workers of the Vivint headquarters that was posting things on there. And it seemed like they were happy to be working for their company, and the things that they do for like the employee of the month, I suppose it was, that they give them this award, and they're able to put something of theirs on it, and it keeps going that way. So, I mean, it looked like to me that they were really having fun, and I didn't see anything that was dogging the company out from the workers. So, and if the company watches this video, I hope you know that people who do research before they buy things, look into that. So I'd like to congratulate you on treating your employees good, because I don't think a lot of companies do that, and it seems like you have employees that are happy to be working for the company, which is a plus. But sorry I got off on this huge tangent on Vivint, but when I was doing my research, I had nothing to go off of. There was no videos out here describing the new Vivint Sky unit outside of the advertising from Vivint. And it was a little difficult for me to find some stuff, and I just had to go off faith and hope and be the guinea pig for it. But it turned out great because I absolutely love it. It is giving me one issue where I had to come in and reboot everything, and I'll see if I can find that again. I probably should have. Oh, once again, don't look. All right, let's see if I can go here. We already know what that is. Devices, thermostat, don't need that. But it looks like here you can rediscover your network and check your network out. Go to panel settings. You can adjust the wallpaper, which is nice, all the colors. You can also, this is where you go to clean your screen. You can push that and it'll give you a certain amount of time to clean the screen for you OCDs out there. The version, so I guess you can, it will auto update. I hope so, because I haven't seen anything in here with an offering to check for an update, so I'm assuming it will auto update, and maybe it will be like a message or something that pops up there to ask you if you want to install an update, so that it doesn't do it while you're away and you got your system armed. I'm hoping that's what it is. I haven't ran across that yet, but I've had to reboot the panel once because I noticed that I opened the door and I did not hear the it'll announce what door you're opening or what door is opening, and I did not hear that, so I came in and rebooted. So make sure to check that and really listen for that on a regular basis. Let me go back into this and you not look. All right. Panel settings, I think that's where we were. Yes. Cameras, I do not have any hooked to this system. And installer toolbox, which I cannot get into that because that is for the installer, so I'll cancel that. Go back. That's pretty much, I mean, it's gives you a little bit of freedom to customize some stuff, but pretty much it's just a bare bone security system panel. You're not going to get like a tablet, but it's free. You're paying for it, but it's free. I'm only paying $4 more a month than my ADT, but I think it's worth the upgrade. And might I suggest, while we're talking about upgrades, that if you do not have garage door alarms, and they're pretty much set up just like the door security system alarms, get those on your garage doors, because there's actually crooks doing a little thing with a coat hanger where they'll straighten it out, put a little hook on the end of it, and run it in between the top of your garage door and the frame, and then I guess they practice a lot because they can do it in seconds. There is videos on YouTube about that, but they'll reach that in there and grab your emergency latch that unlatches the garage door from the motor, so you can just freely pick it up. So they're running that coat hanger in there with that hook and pulling that and unlatching your garage door from your motor, and then they're opening it up, and then they have your garage, and then probably you're not going to lock your door into your house from your garage. Some people do, some people don't. But if you get that on there, it doesn't matter if they do that. The minute they raise it, the alarm's going to go off. So you can get those in there, and your equipment's free. Now you're going to pay an extra $10 a month if you want your 2 cameras, or a camera and an automatic front door lock, or a deadbolt lock, or 2 deadbolt locks, or whatever. It's any combination of 2 things for the camera and the deadbolt. Now it's free, but you're going to pay an extra $10 a month. Now what I did is I went and got a keypad deadbolt lock, and I got lucky and caught them on sale off of Amazon, and they're like, I think it was $80 for that, but it beats paying, over the course of years, $10 extra a month. And I already had a camera, a network inside my house for cameras. And then you can get, and Vivint does not have outdoor cameras. That's probably something they probably should change to be to be able to cover an entire home, for people that want to do that. I myself have a DVR with an 8-channel camera surround system around the house. That's just as good to me, because you get the same alerts on your phone. You can get an app if you go through the right, if you get the right product from the right company. They have very good apps that will notify you of any movement if that's what you want, and you can have complete control of your DVR from your phone or any kind of mobile device. I would recommend going that route anyway, instead of paying a higher cost monthly. So remember the keypad deadbolt. You can get those, a good one, off Amazon. So you don't have to get what they offer, because I mean, it's nice to see an advertisement where, okay, well, I'll disarm from my phone and unlock the door. You go in there, drop it off, and then I'm going to lock everything back up and arm the security system. That's fine. Or you can give them a temporary number and then wipe that number out when you get home off the keypad for your deadbolt, and you can disarm it from the phone. Either way, it's whatever it's your priority, whatever you want to do, and it's really easy to install those deadbolt keypads too. Super simple. Took me like, I don't know, 2 minutes. But all right, so now I'm going to go and show you guys the thermostats, and then we'll be done. All right, so here we have the thermostat. Now you can see the size of my hand here, about the size of it. It's not, I don't know, I think that's about 6 inches by, I don't know, 5 or so. I hope you can see this. I'll try to zoom this guy in without getting too crazy. But I mean, it's just basic thermostat controls. And you can see it's got the radio link telling you it's connected. Your target set point. The fan's on right now, right up above it, so I'm sorry about that. But I mean, you've got mode and menu, and it lights up, so that's a plus. And let's see here, mode, turn it off, which I don't want to do. I leave it in auto. And it's just a simple, I mean, it does light up, which is nice, and it's a nice cool LED look, cool color. It's not that ugly green backlighting that I had with an old Honeywell, that I had the old Honeywell kind that you could set up for a whole week, but it was just that ugly green color. I don't know, but this is a nice warm LED, smooth, futuristic look, and thank God it's off. But just a basic thermostat, nothing crazy, but that's what you get. You can get as many of those as you want, and it's free, so that's a plus. And I don't think you'd have a whole lot. I'm sure once it got up to, hey, I need like 10 of these, they're probably not going to do that. So, but anyway, they gave me 2, so great. Now we'll talk about the app next. Alright, so basically you go into the app and you can customize it with a picture of your own home, which I have mine there, and you can go into your notifications. It'll actually tell you everything that has happened in a certain amount of time with anything. You see it says sensors not communicating on the 15th. Now today is the 25th. That's the problem I had that I noticed, and I had to reboot. Was on the 15th there. It started saying not communicating, so I did the reboot, and everything since has been fine. So let me go back to the main menu here. Go to activity. We can go to settings, and so basically got your notification settings notified after 10 minutes. So I've got it set to where if there's any door open for 10 minutes, it will notify me of that. And of course your automation device. A lot of this thing is the same stuff from the panel. So let's go to the thermostat controls. And it tells you right away what is, now there was an update to it here recently that worked on the thermostats, and I don't know exactly what issues it was, but you can see upstairs cooling to 71, and you can hear it in the background. So it's real time, which is nice. And then you can punch over here and have your downstairs, And then there's settings for that that you can change within the settings. And then you have your home menu, which you just hold this down, and it's leaving or staying. You can arm that. So if you're going to bed, you can just, before you go to sleep, you can arm it from your phone. No big deal. It's pretty smooth flowing experience. The whole Vivint Sky, I do completely recommend it for the money, because it's a heck of a lot cheaper than the other security systems, and I was only paying like a few dollars less for a way less of a system. I mean, I've got, oh, and one thing before I forget is, if you have Honeywell, and I forgot what the other ones are, but this panel can connect to your existing security system things, like your door, your smoke alarms, and all kind of stuff. They can come in and just hook up that panel, and if you already have an existing system the way you like it, you're only getting a panel. Now, I would recommend updating your smoke detectors, because they're a little bit nicer, and they have glass break alarms. So you can get, I think I got a few smoke detectors, some glass break alarms, the windows, the doors. They were able to use some of my existing door sensors, but I got extras. All that was free. And like I said earlier, make sure to get the garage doors, get those sensors put on there, and they're just door sensors that go on your garage doors. But you know, this outbreak of people doing these, and when you may not have even heard of it yet, which is a good thing, because it hasn't happened in your neighborhood yet, but just give it time. There's all these tutorials on YouTube about how to do it, and different things, so criminals know before we do, and just, you know, create a good barrier for yourself, especially if it's free equipment to do it. But anyway, this is Vivint Sky. It's a good system. Contact them, and they'll come out there and hook it up for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. People of Earth, like and subscribe to me. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Isaiah746, please. Oh, hey. Sorry, hey. Didn't mean to scare you. Hey.